hopefully visitors will experience sort of what the film was like in its planning stages and kind of what was driving us to make things visually in terms of telling the story.
Yeah, I think there's just a little bit of a breakdown of the creative process, the sort of things that inspired us, some props from the movie, but hopefully, we didn't want to give too much away. So it's just a little taste that'll get people intrigued and engaged and wondering how it all fits together.
And they're also going to get a taste in there. So that taste is good for this taste.
They're complementary tastes.
Complimentary. Well, people with sharp eyes will notice Space Mountain actually appears in Tomorrowland, and I think it's more the spirit of futurism that Walt Disney himself was kind of the proponent of, which was that the future is going to be brighter than today, and that it's not going to come free, but that it's within our grasp if we push for it. And I think that kind of drives the film more than anything specific.
Yeah, I think that it's just, as Brad says, all about the feeling. I do think that Tomorrowland in the park, there is a focus on space travel, on going to the stars that certainly captivated our imagination, but we wanted to marry that idea of fantasy to reality in terms of the space travel that we've done as a civilization.
But it's also, I think Walt Disney also gave off the idea that the future could be fun. That it wasn't a drag, it wasn't a science project that was overdue, it was something that was expansive and joyful. And that's present in Tomorrowland, and hopefully it's present in our movie. Well, Damon should talk about the box.
Sure. We have a box that's actually, it's not in the film, but it was part of the inspiration for the film. We don't know, there's a lot of varying stories as to where it came from. We have questioned its authenticity, but our idea was like, what if everything in this box was real and was somehow connected? Could we tell a story, picking out these items in the box that sort of threaded them all together? And that was really how this whole mess came into being.
One of the things that when people talk about the future, especially in my generation, we all thought by this point we would all have jetpacks. And it's because when I was a kid, jetpacks actually existed. They still exist, but they're not, popularly available. And so some of the coolest props in the film are the jetpacks. And one of the things that's coolest about them is that they come from different time periods. There's a jetpack that is specifically from the 60s. There's another jetpack that's from the 80s, and there's a jetpack from now, but from an alternate place. So all of them are, jetpacks, but they have their own flavor. And the more recent futuristic ones are actually shaped like a T, which is meant to suggest the pin and, Tomorrowland.
One of the things that we got very excited about when we first started talking about the story was that the entire idea was based on a vision. And as opposed to a vision that someone has when they're having a dream, what if it was technological? Is there a way to basically beam a vision into somebody's head? And you would need some kind of interactive technology. So what if there was just something that you touched that gave you this vision? And then Brad started designing the pin with our amazingly talented team, and it really became the, pun intended, the touchstone of the entire movie.
But it's also that, we approach it in a scientific-y way, in that there's DNA matching and stuff like that. But the effect is kind of like the ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz, where you make contact with them and they take you somewhere. And so it's a little bit of both. It's half fantasy and half, trying to feel something that could be factual.
We were just walking around Tomorrowland itself, a part of the parks that has been here for many, many years and served as the inspiration point for the movie. And so now the idea that we get to show a small piece of our movie inside the park,
is pretty great.
The only word for it is surreal. It's incredibly exciting.
But it was a part of the park that Disney designed to be frustrating for somebody who wants to be finished. And I think most businessmen want to do something and be done with it. And this is the only part of the park that is designed to be continually changing. So in some for some people that will be continually frustrating because you can never be done. But for somebody like Walt, that was an opportunity continuing that just went on forever to be creative and be innovative.
I also think that it's very exciting to make a big summer movie, no matter what it is. But the idea that we got to get our movie into Disneyland makes it that much more special.